The integrated habitat restoration for the Discovery Coast project has three primary objectives. One is to reinstate biopassage in a series of wetlands in the Rods Peninsula area. Another is to assist in the conservation efforts for loggerhead turtles on the deep water coast known as Wreck Rock Beach, and also to reinstate a large eroded bank on the Queensland River that's been yielding a lot of sediment that all heads to the Great Barrier Reef World Heritage Area. Discovery Coast supports a range of threatened species and threatened ecological communities. The primary ones that we're focusing on are the loggerhead turtle, which are an ancient sea turtle that is abundant on our coastline. Sea murk and Godargel work together in partnership, which is about building Godargel's capacity to manage sea country within their traditional use marine resource agreement area, which runs along the Discovery Coast. From a ecosystem health perspective, the sediment reduction and fish barrier removal work we'll be doing will help to reinstate some of the natural function of those particular ecosystems to promote their health. Dr. Emma Jackson and Sea Murk have some amazing facilities from a scientific research perspective. They're very well versed in coastal matters, water quality monitoring, and also unique water quality techniques.
There's 3 causeways in total. The first one actually prevents seawater from flowing around this part of the peninsula, both in and out with the tides. The other 2 stop water from flowing into what were previously inlets and back out again. What we'll do is we'll survey it, we'll build a 3-dimensional model, and that will enable us to model the tidal movement. Then we'll model a case where we've removed the causeway, and we'll actually start to see the tides flowing around the peninsula again, like they used to do. So the idea is habitat restoration. We're giving the fish back the habitat that they used to be able to access but can't any longer. Through
Godargel Development Corp's land and sea ranger teams, we'll be able to tackle some of the weeds of national significance that occur in this particular area, and that grade and reduce the functionality of the particular vegetation, which is particularly relevant in the riparian zone for the shoreline erosion site we'll be dealing with in the Queensland River. So by removing those weeds, we're allowing that to function in a more healthy and long-term sustainable way. So by involving the land and sea rangers directly in the actual water quality monitoring aspects of the project, we're not only assisting them in the on-ground management techniques, but then also at, I suppose, the more scientific end of that particular process. In terms of involving the traditional owners here in the Discovery Coast, it's important to acknowledge that when Lieutenant James Cook came here in 1770, this is where he first touched down and made contact with the traditional owners, who are the Gureng people, and that's why we're so proud and lucky to have Godargel Development Corporation involved in this particular project. The site that we're looking at was heavily impacted by the 2013 flood events that we had in this part of the world. When you've got those erosive processes in place and some of the dynamic aspects that are happening on the riverside, they all lead to having an unstable system. So by undertaking this particular lot of work, we'll be able to reinstate that riparian zone, allowing for a more natural system of erosion mitigation to occur. That's the main aim with this project. We're trying to put the habitat back to what it used to be like.